I'm Ryan.
And I'm Andrew from the Dad.io podcast, a podcast member of the Gonna Geek Network. Just like the show you're listening to now,
the opinions expressed are those of each individual host. Check out all the other podcasts at GonnaGeekNetwork.com. And get ready, because geekiness begins in 3, 2, 1.
Stand by for a brand new episode of All Things Good and Nerdy.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to episode 335 of the All Things Good and Nerdy podcast. This is recorded live on Sunday, November 11th, 2018. We have almost a full house today. I'm here, of course. I'm Chris, but joining me on the road, one Willie D. Nelson.
You're not going to ask where I am?
Where are you this morning, Willie? Where are you?
I am in a very cold place called Coldwater, Michigan. So yay, it's snow on the ground. I'm not happy.
Yeah, I saw some pictures up that way that were snowy.
Are you in the mitten or are you in the up?
I don't know what that means.
Michigan is in two parts. One is shaped like a big mitten, and then the other part is on the up part connected to like Wisconsin or whatever.
I'm just there at Ohio. I don't know geography.
You should probably work on that.
North Carolina.
So this sounds like a new challenge.
I don't need to know geography. The GPS does all the legwork.
And this is how Willie drove into a lake.
This is how we get our new challenge of Willie does geography.
Dumb.
Geography quizzes with Willie.
Go ahead, quiz me again.
I don't think we should quiz you at all. But of course, as you guys heard, Anthony's here, of course, today. Thank you for joining us, sir.
Of course.
Now, Naki is not with us. If you follow her on Facebook or Instagram, you probably saw she's in China. I would say Naki enjoyed downloading the podcast and listening to us, but I'm pretty sure we're still banned in China. So, sorry.
Are we? Is this official that we are banned?
Well, we use profanity on a fairly regular basis, and that's generally something that disqualifies you from being captured in China as a podcast.
And puns.
Cool.
We use puns, and they don't like puns there.
Well, puns have nothing to do with any of their,
Oh, yeah, they do. They don't like puns. People have gotten banned for using puns. It's a thing. Look it up. I'm serious. I'm dead serious. I think. If my memory's correct.
Now I'm concerned if his memory's correct.
I'm usually writing some of these things here.
Are you?
Oh, I would say over under at least 88%.
I think it's a little high.
I don't know about that.
I'm not in one of those states. How many times I gotta tell you? Wait, is Michigan one of those states? I don't even know. Which states are those kinds of states?
Once again, things you should know as a person that drives.
What states it's legal to smoke marijuana in?
Yes. Yes.
I'm driving. I don't want to do the marijuana while I'm driving.
You're not driving. You're sitting in a hotel room for like 30 hours. You should know whether or not it's legal to be high in that hotel room.
Yeah, he's in a motel room. I already got scolded by calling it a hotel room this morning.
The motel, hotel, roach inn.
Motel, hotel, Holiday Inn.
I mean, it's not that bad. I mean, this bed is fucking huge. Oh my god, I got to spread out. I think it's a California king.
That weed is going to be legal in Michigan next month.
I'm sure I'll be back here. And I'm sorry, could Naki not use her phone like I'm using my phone to broadcast back out?
Well, what time is it in China right now? How many hours ahead are they?
I'm sorry, this is Sunday. She left, Thursday? I'm sure she's not fully adapted to that lifestyle of that time frame.
Willie, in China right now, it's 12:14 a.m.
China's pretty big.
It's also
I'm sure they have a couple. I'm sure they have a couple of time zones there.
Again,
yeah, I bet they have a couple of Wi-Fi spots across the entire country as well. So,
cell signal and whatnot. They got cell phones there. We found that out from Blizzard.
I really doubt that she's there
cell phones.
I really doubt she's there on her Verizon signal or whatever it is, able to broadcast. In most cases, from people I know who've gone there before, there's some Wi-Fi here and there, but again, you're behind the Great Firewall, so there's not a lot of stuff you can get to outside of China.
Chris, I was trying to do a Blizzard joke there about Diablo.
I just steamrolled
Nope,
through.
wasn't funny.
You missed that. That was last week we talked about Diablo.
I don't know what week that happened. I remember just being curious, like, what the fuck's going on? Why is everyone talking about Diablo being? What this guy talking? Okay, the guy getting up and then asking if it's like a April Fool's thing. That was hilarious.
And it reminded me that I had Diablo on my PS4. I forgot I had it.
Oh, Diablo Trace.
Yeah. Had to do a huge update because I hadn't played it in like a year and a half. But I put it in a couple of hours. It was fun.
Apparently, they put Diablo 3 on the Switch too.
It is out on the Switch now as well.
Guess what? I'm not gonna play on the Switch.
Well, you're no fun.
Overwatch?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't play Overwatch on the Switch either.
God of
I don't think I
War.
would want
I'm
to.
right. I'm right. You won't be playing Overwatch on the Switch.
I won't be playing a lot of things on the Switch because why would I buy anything that's cross-platform with the PS4?
Because
for
you
the
don't get to
Switch?
play your PS4 anymore.
Yes, I do.
When's the last
I've
time you
been-
turned on your PS4, Willie?
Last week, when I'm not on the road.
No,
Is
you were
the
playing
correct
Switch when
answer.
you weren't on the road. You were playing Mario Party.
I was also playing I beat all of that Spider-Man DLC.
Sure you did. There's no proof of
I
that.
got all of it. You want me to? Have you beat it yet?
Yes, I
You
have
want me to
beat
spoil
the
it for you?
DLC.
All
No,
the
don't
DLC?
spoil it. Don't be an asshole to our fans.
It's been out for over 2 weeks now. The DLC. That's on you if you haven't played it. I beat it like the second day after it came out.
There's also people that didn't fly through the game as fast as we did. So they might not
5 days.
they may
That's
not
actually
have
pretty
started
slow.
the DLC because they haven't finished the game yet.
You don't need to.
No, but it would be weird to just play the DLC in the middle of the game.
No,
Yeah.
not really. I mean, it can take place in between any part of that.
You at least need to finish the Black Cat story in game to do the DLC.
I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one.
Yeah. If you like, I wonder if it would let you like on a Game Plus, go in and like right after you start, do the DLC and then get up to the point where Black Cat's introduced in the storyline. If it'll let you play through that backwards, that would be weird.
I mean, I'm sure it's able. All you do is go in the menu, go all the way over to missions or something, and go to DLC or something.
I was just saying,
Click
I
on it.
haven't tried it on New Game Plus yet. I don't know if the DLC is available to do the Switch.
I will give you that. Something I have not finished is New Game Plus. I'll give that one to you, Chris.
Gee,
I'm like
thanks.
10% through on my New Game Plus.
I
Playing
think
on
I got like 20%. I was playing on. I think I went up to the hardest difficulty just so I get 100% again on the trophies.
I like the fact that I didn't lose my platinum just because they added more trophies.
Oh yeah, they don't do that. It shows your percentage going down though. It's like now
Yeah.
you're 88% instead of 100%, but you still have the platinum. Like they can't take that away. DLC.
It
even
was
if you
weird the
bought it-
first day when I have 84% and a platinum.
Even if you bought the game now and bought the DLC, you don't have to do anything for that DLC to get the platinum. It's just the main game.
That's cool.
Because if you notice when you go in the trophies, they're separated.
Yeah, just like all the Dead by Daylight ones.
Yeah, and all you need is the ones in that first one where the platinum is to get the platinum. All the other DLCs don't matter towards platinum.
Towards the platinum. That's cool.
Yep. I believe it's always been like that.
I've only ever gotten one platinum, so I didn't know.
I remember my first platinum, the first Borderlands. That was a hell of a one.
It's a great game too.
I'm not sure I ever played the original.
Well, hell, if you want to play an unfunny version of Borderlands, why don't you just play Destiny?
You know, he's not wrong. There's a reason why Destiny's sales are. Evidently, Activision.
It's the same basic game.
Yeah, evidently, Activision came out and said they were disappointed with the sales on Destiny 2 so far. That's why it's been like free on PC recently and stuff like that. It's not a
It
good
was
time.
free on the PS4. That's when I
Well, it was
downloaded
for a
it.
month.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was for a month.
And yeah, I played it for like 2 weekends and haven't
I
gone
don't
back.
I think I have it downloaded. I just didn't start it up because I don't care. I'm probably just going to delete that because I'm never going to play that shit.
I wanted to try it because I'd heard some good stuff about it, so I wanted to at least give it a shot. I like some of the game mechanics, like the I can't remember what they're called, the character type I played, where when you get all charged up, you turn into Captain America and whoop people's ass with an electric shield. That was kind of cool. In a first person shooter game, all of a sudden you pull up a shield and you can chuck it around and smack people with it.
Borderlands, the pre-sequel. You had the character that had a shield that you can throw, right?
Is
Yeah, I
it?
think so.
I never started the pre-sequel because I didn't finish part 2 yet. I had the Handsome collection, but I haven't played all the way through it yet.
That's fair, I guess. God, it feels dirty to say this, but I'll give that one to you. It feels dirty, though. And if there's anything Willie knows about anything, it's
Feeling
when
dirty.
he's dirty. Yeah.
That was too easy.
So's Willie.
Exactly.
That's why he's dirty.
Oh, that was gross.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah, like motel gross. Ugh.
Yeah, Willie, did
So,
you bring a black light?
No, you never
Wow.
bring a black light. Ignorance is bliss.
Don't touch the remote.
Don't touch anything.
I already did touch the remote. I had to use it.
Well, you should do what a lot of other people do, which is bring one of those gallon-sized Ziploc bags and put the remote in that, and then touch the bag through and hit the buttons through it to control the remote.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not a vagina over here. I don't give a fuck. What is it going to do? Kill me?
One day, everyone's gonna make, Willie, how'd you get herpes in your eye? Well, I touched the hotel remote.
I'm
calling it
sure.
right now.
I'm sure that's going to happen. There's going to be multiple cases where that's going to be a possibility in my future.
Okay, maybe it'll be clap.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I
And
get the
it
clap
doesn't
in your
necessarily
eye.
have to do with the motel remote.
You see, you guys are just kind of being dicks about motels, and that's kind of mean and rude.
I wasn't being a dick. I was just being a dick. It's a hotel motel problem. Dirty ass stuff in the room.
It's whatever. Right? What are people doing with the remote? What are you thinking people are doing with this
Everyone
remote?
touches the remote. That's the problem. And they don't clean, and people don't wash their hands on a regular basis. So you got the dude that went and took a dump and then wanted to go turn on Fox News to learn more about what's great in America or whatnot. Then you've got the other dude that was
Yeah, that
jerking
was
it
me. that was me too.
So it's all
What are you
Willie's
getting
own
at?
feces he's getting in his eye. So
off. That'll get
if
you.
we get this
Yeah.
little pink guy, who cares?
Then you got the guy that keeps swapping between the two porn channels so that he can get his free 30 seconds but still keep jerking it. So he's like, 30 seconds almost up, flip, and keeps going. Stuff like that. Well,
All right, that one. Yeah, that one's not me. I'm not that desperate. And plus, I got my phone. Why
Yeah, I was
am I
gonna say-
switching?
Don't you have unlimited internet on your phone? I mean, you don't.
Yes,
have to
I do
be that
now.
Desperate. Yeah, problem solved, right?
In a way,
I don't want to think.
the
about
phone
this.
is not a person,
I don't want to think about this. I don't want to think about this. Make it stop.
and
Nope,
that's the
think
one
about
thing. That's the one thing about being in the motel. There's no lot lizards.
Oh, I'm sorry, Willie. How do you
I'm
cope?
kidding. I have not even seen one of those yet.
Oh,
Oh, you
they're-
will.
I think they've gotten
I don't know.
harder to find, but I'm betting you'll find one.
I mean,
Keep
where are
your
they? Like,
eyes-
truck stops or rest areas? 'Cause I haven't even stopped in one of those rest areas yet. You know,
truck
like,
stops.
I
Not
stop.
lizards,
I
it's
guess.
truck stops.
I guess I stop in the nicer ones at Pilots and Flying J's and Loves. I'm guessing they just don't go there. You know, the upper class truck stop.
Upper class truck stop. Nope, those words don't go together.
I mean, I get free showers at Pilots just because of how much fuel I use. Yay. And those showers are not that bad. Those are nice showers.
I've heard they're not bad, actually. I've never
Yeah,
actually
for
used
me,
the
just
showers in
now.
Pilot, but
Oh, because that costs money for you.
well, how much does it cost though? I mean, even if somebody was like driving and didn't get free showers, was it like $10?
Well, I think you have to be like signed up with their program. I'm not sure exactly. I think it's $12. I think 'cause I had to do it the first time, pay for it because I didn't have a card or anything, didn't know about it. I think it was $12. But also the Pilot bathrooms, the best because the stalls they fully close. There's no gap. They're full doors pretty much. There's no
Nice.
gaps like on the left or the right side, you know, where someone walk by and just like, I see you in there pooping.
All right, so according to thetruckersreport.com, showers are free if you fuel 50 gallons or more. Otherwise, they're about $10 a piece.
Well, I guess the one I paid for is $12. I don't know. Maybe they include tax. I don't know.
Laundry is generally $2 a washer and $2 a dryer, so you can do your laundry on the road too, Willie.
Not all. I've noticed not all of them have that.
Well, that's kind of a bummer, but you'll just have to keep track of which ones do, so you'll know where you can go and do your laundry and stuff. See, we're helping you out.
Or I just bring enough clothes to not worry about it.
So what you're saying is you can take like 3 pairs of boxers and a pair of shorts and a t-shirt?
Excuse me. I told you it's snowing out there.
How about we don't need to have that conversation at all, and we talk about something good?
I'm just saying it's snowing out there. I'm just bringing shorts and a t-shirt.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
I don't deal with that. I'm hairy, but I'm not that hairy.
You're always wearing a sweater. You'll be fine.
I'm wearing a sweater over my sweater. It's still too fucking cold.
Yeah, it's pretty damn cold.
I will say this. Not last night, but Friday night, I was in Ohio because I'm right at Ohio-Michigan border. And I spent the night in the truck Friday night.
I'm sorry.
That was terrible. I woke up, snow was coming down. What I'm facing is pretty much a toll station on the highway. I'm like, that's just a terrible look altogether. No lot lizards to keep me company. It was just a cold night.
I'm sorry, Willie. We're glad you made it through safe and sound, though.
Then I had one of the worst terrible Taco Bell experiences in my life.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you're driving a truck and you don't have a bathroom within 5 minutes of you that you should be eating much Taco Bell.
Well, I mean, I saw
risky.
they had. I remember I passed by one and they had something new. I was like, I kind of want to try. I forget what it was now, but the one that was across the street was a Taco Bell Express. And I'm like, what the fuck you mean? What is a Taco Bell Express? It's already fucking fast food. What's the express part? It's a limited menu, pretty much.
Yeah, again, you're eating Taco Bell when you live on the road. Unless you invest heavily in Depends, I would be cautious.
I like to live my life dangerously.
Willie, remember, if you shit yourself in the truck, you've got to live with that smell until you get the truck back.
Yeah. Trust me, I'm prepared for this.
I don't want to know how you're prepared. We're just going to leave it at that.
How do you think I live in my own house?
I don't want to know. What part of I don't want to know about this do you not understand?
I mean, I'm trying to ease it into you here, Chris.
Oh, on that note, no.
So
Live from the
sensual.
ATGN studios on the internet. It's the news of the week.
No good transition this week. We just had to get off that topic.
Did we?
We did. And when you guys hear that music, you know what that means. It means it's the news of the week portion of the show. It's where we run down what is in our minds some of the most interesting geeky and or nerdy news to have popped up in the past week or so. And Willie, I know you don't have some news, but you get some tales from the road for us other than Taco Bell, I hope.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I am Lord. Yeah.
That's your cue.
Oh, I thought you had more words after that.
No.
Like, so go ahead, Will. Back to you, Will.
I was queuing you up to do your stories from the road. When I say, hey, you've got tales from the road, don't you? That's generally a launching point.
This. I've been everywhere, man. Everywhere. Is that good enough for you, Chris? That wasn't too much for you?
Fuck it.
It wasn't even close enough, really?
We'll just do my news then. I see how.
No. I was gonna start this out right. I started up in Michigan. No, started up in Illinois early Monday. Then I went down to the south. Then I went back up north. Then I came back to the south. Then I had to go back up north again. I don't know how many miles I've driven in just this past week alone. I'm guessing close to 4,000. And it's getting a little ridiculous. That's a lot of miles if you don't know. It gets very tiring. And the worst part about it is, I don't know how to dress. In the south, it's warm, and up north, it's fucking freezing.
Layers. The word you're looking for, Willie, is layers.
Yes.
Oh, trust me, I did have layers. I had a sweater and an undershirt, and trust me, then a jacket on top of that, and then they slowly got stripped off as I'm driving,
Yeah, that's
and
how you do it. So you
and
know
it
exactly
still
how
was
to
no
do it.
fun. Yeah, it still wasn't fun.
Well, it's not supposed to be fun. It's work.
I think I put up on my Facebook what I put up there, like, all right, kids, stop fucking with the thermostat as I'm driving through these states. Yeah, but I've been delivering some weird stuff. Last week, I thought the worst of it was last week with a forklift. I thought that was the worst of it because I'm driving a box truck, and I don't know how much weight this thing can hold.
It's probably a good thing for you to know if you're the driver and have to hit way stations and stuff.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
true. More on that after the show, after we're gone for just you guys.
Especially since certain roads are limited to axles and weights.
Yeah, and my GPS, the Google does not know I'm in a box truck.
No,
So-
it doesn't.
Yeah, sometimes it tells me to go down roads where I can't go down, and those signs are only on the road as you turn onto it. So I'm like, how the fuck am I supposed? Well, I can't turn around now, so you just got to deal with the road. Then you should have had it on the before I turned. Like if you like left turn, no trucks before you, it should say something. Well, you're just shit out of luck, road. Not my fault. But yeah. So all I had was straps. And these straps are not going to hold a forklift in place. Because I don't know if forklifts have brakes in them or not, like parking brakes type things. Because they're forklifts. They don't even have any tread on their tires. Yeah, so I had to stop by like a home department store. I don't want to say name brands. Can we say name brands?
You can say whatever brand you want. It doesn't matter now.
All right, I stopped at a Lowe's. I got a 2x4 cut up and then pretty much had to block off the tires by nailing them into the box truck. And it worked. They didn't move after that.
Well, I mean, at least you found a way to not have a box truck go flying out the back of your truck as you go. Excuse me, not having a forklift go out the back of your box truck as you go down the road.
Was
Yeah,
it moving before you did that?
Yep, because I drove for an hour before I could hit a
Jesus
truck,
Christ.
like a truck stop and a Lowe's. Because, yeah, some highways just don't have shit.
I'd say then whoever actually loaded that fucking forklift was a moron.
No, they just loaded. Everything else is, it's on me, very much, from what I was told.
I'm saying when they put it in the back of the truck, they should have done the thing where they push the forklift down to where it lifts the front tires off the ground to where it can't slide.
You know what? That would have been nice.
That's what I'm saying. The person that loaded that forklift should have done it correctly so that it would have been locked in place for you to drive it.
Yeah, that would have been very nice. Because actually, I don't think they really gave a shit. Because when I delivered it, the battery was dead. And when they tried to jump it, like the guys at the place are like, "Oh, this ain't the first time this thing has been jumped." Because they can
That's
tell by the
weird.
connectors. Yeah, so I'm like, "Oh, so not a lot of this is on me. It's on those assholes that shipped it out." So yay, I'm not the asshole.
Yeah, you would think they're going to put that in the back of a box truck. They want to make sure it's secure enough to where it's not going to cause a wreck. Because something
Well-
with that much weight, if it shifts around, like you could take a turn and that could throw the fucking truck on its side. Like a forklift is not a light item.
Well, this week I thought that was the worst of what I would have to deliver, but earlier this week, I had something a little bit worse. A bobcat.
Oh, those things are fun to drive, though.
Yeah, but I'm gonna say it's heavier, and the wheels are bigger. And I didn't stop at a Lowe's this time. I just kind of try to break apart pieces of pallet wood because I still had my nails and hammer from the last time, but I didn't have the wood I had from last time because I just threw those out because I didn't think I was going to be delivering anything like that again, especially not in this go around. Plus,
Lesson
they were already,
learned, I take it.
no, I already threw out that wood too. The wood from the
Willie, quit
bobcat.
throwing out your wood. You should keep it.
I mean, if I keep throwing it out, someone's going to pick it up eventually.
I'm not even dignifying that with a response.
The head shake from Bachman was worth it. Just the silent.
Almost
But,
silent disapproval. That's all you get.
Yeah, so that was actually it was more stressful, but that thing did not fucking move because I'm pretty sure those things have like parking brakes and there's tread on those tires. Like those things that thing did not move at all. Like, I could feel it. I could feel the weight in it as I'm driving, but it wasn't that bad. Oh, and apparently on the second day of going out, I had what was it? I had a delivery I had to go pick up at like a naval base in Pennsylvania. What city was that? Mechanicsburg? Mechanicsburg? Yeah. Yeah. I found out when I got there when they asked for my license and the tag number for the box truck. I was like, oh, I don't have the tag number. I'm going to go get it. I looked around the back. Oh, there's no tag on this truck.
That's probably not good.
Yeah, that's problematic.
Yeah, but it hasn't been a problem, and I'm giving it back tomorrow, so I'm not too worried with it. As long as I can just get through tomorrow. Oh yeah, I mean, that's what I do. Just by living.
The dangerous life of Willie Nelson.
You goddamn right. I mean, you already know I don't rap it. I too like to live my life dangerously. And surprisingly, I'm still clean.
As far as you know.
I don't need to know this.
I mean, aren't you like oddly like wait, really?
No, I don't
really?
I don't think about your sex life, Willie, ever.
No, not my sex life, my dick.
That's part of your sex life.
I like how he tried to separate that. No. Come on, Chris. Not my sex life. Just my dick.
God damn it.
See, I give you gold, Chris.
Oh, okay. That might be the best thing Willie's ever said. That was fucking funny.
What I see in the chat right now is so Willie might have a podcast baby out there and we just don't know, though.
That you know what?
He might have an unidentified itch for the next 4 to 6 years that he don't know about.
Hold on a second. I'm thinking.
We can't wait for you to think, Willie. That's going to take too much time.
Yeah.
The podcast is only supposed to be an hour.
Oh shit! You know what? Well, if I do have one, no one's contacted me about it, so that's a win in my book.
If I have one, he's over 23, which means the statute of limitations is gone, and I don't have to worry about it no more.
Are you saying it's been 23 years since you've had sex?
No, I didn't say that.
Oh, sorry, 23 years and 9 months.
I said it's been over 23 years and 9 months since I had a possible oops.
Okay. I mean, whatever. Anyway, back to the Bobcat. That thing was actually perfect and better than that fucking forklift, because the forklift actually, it did go all the way to the front of the truck. And then when they pulled it off, I noticed there was a little spot on the thing and where it was rubbed against the wood. No joke intended there. But yeah, and I looked at the wood. The wood was kind of rubbed away, and the like it was like painted black part of the forklift. It was not black in that little spot where it was kept rubbing even after I nailed it down, like it was already there, and I can't move it afterwards. So, well, not my problem. And they were happy with it anyway. Oh yeah, and they couldn't even jump off the forklift originally. They had to drag it out with another forklift.
Wow. Okay, that could explain why they couldn't load it correctly and actually push the fork down if they were having that much trouble just getting the damn thing started.
Well, they got it on somehow. I just remember parking the truck, and then as I was walking in, I was like trying to get situated and all that. They already had it in by the time I got there. I was like, oh, it's a forklift. I just now found out. I don't know what I'm delivering until they load it in. I'm like, oh, okay.
You know, it might be better not to know what you're delivering.
I think I delivered cooking magazines What, from last Friday? Not the last Friday happened that, a couple days ago, but the one before that. Yeah, it's a bunch of, I think, cooking magazines, because this was a big ass place. I've never seen inside this magazine place or a place that makes magazines. I think it was fucking huge.
Well,
It's actually one of the cooler places I've been.
It sounds like you've been keeping busy with all your trips, Willie. So you're supposed to be getting home, what, Monday is what you're thinking?
Yeah, hopefully tomorrow. I'm gonna be driving because I'm actually not that far, like 10 minutes maybe from the spot. I can't pick up my load till Monday morning. I was a little pissed off about that. I was trying to be at least home sometime soonish, but luckily this load's having to be picked up tomorrow, and I'm driving straight down to fucking North Carolina to get home. I don't know where Matthews, North Carolina is. I've never heard of it. I think it might be near Charlotte from what I'm told, which is not that far from my place. So as soon as I drop it off, I'm going to drop off the truck and then go home. Go the fuck home.
So how long are you taking off until you hit the road again? Have you got that figured out yet, or?
Till the next Monday.
Okay. So you'll get about 5-6 days off to go and have fun.
Dig around.
That's.
I'm sorry, sex life around, since it's all the same to you, Chris.
Oh, God damn it.
You see, boys and girls, that's what we call a callback. And who's good at him? Good old Willie D. Nelson.
God damn it.
Hey, any day I get Chris the facepalm, it's a good goddamn day.
I've been doing it a lot today, haven't I?
You goddamn right. I'm working overtime.
All right, so let's move into some geeky news then. And Microsoft was doing some announcements yesterday in regards to the Xbox. They had an event going on. I cannot remember where, to be honest. But they did confirm the fact that they are acquiring more studios. We'd heard earlier about it. Well, it is official now. They are acquiring In Exile Entertainment and Obsidian Entertainment. So In Exile's in California. It predominantly produces RPGs like Wasteland 2. I haven't played it, but hey.
What? Never heard of that one.
Me neither. But the more important one, at least the more interesting one to me, is they also acquired Obsidian Entertainment. You know, the guys made Fallout New Vegas, South Park Stick of Truth, Pillars of Eternity, KOTOR 2.
Okay. Wait, KOTOR 2?
KOTOR 2, that's where I know him from. That's where I know him from. I was like, I know that game company name. I just didn't know where.
So
I thought KOTOR was a first-party game. Oh, well.
No, BioWare made KOTOR 1, and then KOTOR 2 was made by Obsidian after BioWare started or something like that. I don't remember the full backstory. But regardless, what Microsoft has done here is buy up studios that specialize in RPGs. What's one of the holes in Microsoft's games right now? Not a ton of good RPGs. Well, that's not exactly fair. But whatever.
I mean, I'm sorry. What's the last good first-party game they've had out?
Forza.
Oh, okay. A sim racer. Give me another one.
I'd have to go and look, honestly. I haven't been playing much.
You have to go at least a year or 2 or 3 to go find fucking Gears,
so
whatever.
What should they do? Not fix the problem and just let it get worse?
I'm actually happy they're doing something about it. They need to, because they're getting fucked in first-party games.
Yes.
You look at Sony's first-party games, you look at Nintendo's first-party games, and then you look at Microsoft's first-party games. There was an issue they needed to fix. So I'm happy they're actually fixing the problem.
Right, so they are doing that. And Matt Booty, who is the head of Xbox Games, gave some insight saying these studios will continue to operate autonomously with unique talents, IP, and expertise as part of Microsoft Studios. They'll have the support and freedom to fully realize their creative ambitions on both existing franchises and new projects. The catch here, maybe they're just going to let them keep doing what they've been doing and throw money at them. I really hope that's the case, but it's not like this is a new thing. Remember, they also bought The Initiative, Undead Labs, Playground Games, Ninja Theory, and Compulsion Games. Microsoft now has 13 game development teams under Microsoft Studios.
I recognized only one of those names. Ninja Theory? Really?
Yeah, they own Ninja Theory. Don't forget they also own Mojang.
Wait. Oh, yeah.
Would you be talking about your Mojang in public, Chris?
No, I was saying Ninja Theory. That's the one that did Ninja Gaiden?
I think so.
If that's how you pronounce it. I'm never sure. There's always like 2 or 3 different pronunciations of that one. I'm never sure which one's the right one. Okay. So, that's the only one out of those ones that you said that I recognize.
We could probably go through, and I think when this was originally announced, I think we actually did go through and talk about games from all of those studios, so I really don't want to do it again.
Well, I wasn't here, but Mojang, that's the one that did
Minecraft?
Yeah, that's the one I was thinking of. Trying to say the word of. Yeah, that was a while back, so yeah.
I don't know. I think it's a good move. I'm happy to see them make that change. One of the other things they did announce, remember, PUBG is kind of a semi-exclusive thing to Microsoft, although there's rumors it's coming to PlayStation 4 soon. They did announce that on November 12th, they're adding PUBG to the Game Pass. So if you subscribe to the $10 a month subscription for Microsoft Game Pass, PUBG moves over into that as well now, too.
Wait, it wasn't free to play?
PUBG's not free to play, no.
Oh, no wonder Fortnite kind of just reigns supreme.
Yeah, that's why Fortnite just kind of crapped all over them, because it's free on every console. It's free on PC. PUBG
I did not know this. Or at least the Battle Royale mode is, not the single player.
Yeah, Battle Royale. The whole game is it, but yeah, I'm not sure if anybody plays the actual Fortnite game anymore.
The game is
because
fun.
Everybody just does the Battle Royale.
I do know my friend, shout out to Miss Cassio. She did play that part of the game for a bit. I do remember that.
That is interesting. A couple other things I did want to mention. Microsoft officially announced keyboard and mouse support for new games, including next week it comes to Fortnite, Warframe. I'm trying to find the full list. In November, Fortnite, Bomber Crew. Hell, I'm not going to talk all these games, but they're bringing keyboard and mouse support to console games, which is kind of cool. Specifically, things like Fortnite, I could see a lot of folks wanting to do that, because if you play on PC, you're probably not playing with a mouse. You're not playing with a Xbox controller. So if you want to play it on your Xbox now, plug in a mouse and keyboard, and you're good to go. 14 games right now, and they said more will be coming soon.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Well, you're not a PC gamer. You're not the target on that one, Willie.
Well, I mean, I'm talking about, you're talking about for console games, though, right?
Yes.
So if I'm playing online on Fortnite, I think can you only make it so you play with certain console, you can only play with other consoles?
I don't know. I know you can with Rocket League, but who knows?
Yeah, so why would I want to go against someone with a mouse and keyboard when I don't have that?
Because you want to lose.
That doesn't make sense. That's why Overwatch is specifically said that consoles, no mouse and keyboard support ever. I'm kind of happy about that. Which I can understand is probably more competitive.
Even though there are third-party add-ons that'll let you plug a mouse and keyboard into a PlayStation controller.
Yep.
And
they will ban you for it too if they find out. There have been people that have been banned for using mouse and keyboard on console.
Fair enough. I had one other thing coming up out of this Microsoft event. They officially announced the release date for Crackdown 3. It was originally most recently supposed to be November 7th of 2017. It is now headed for February 15th, 2019. You can pick up Crackdown 3 if you're an Xbox gamer. And they have also made the original Crackdown available as a free download until November 30th for if you're on an Xbox 360 or an Xbox One.
Crackdown, wasn't that the one where you're the black SWAT cop in the power armor?
You're Terry Crews.
Yeah. You're Terry Crews. There you go.
He's in the game. Terry Crews is in the game. They built a bunch of the marketing around it.
Oh, is he? Nice. Okay.
But wait, did you say it got pushed back?
It got pushed to February. The official release date now is February 15th, 2019. It had been
got pushed back a couple times.
Yes, it's been pushed back 3 or 4 times. Are we really semanticing me now?
No, not you. Just Microsoft. Get your shit together. This actually looks like a fun first-party game. Get your shit together.
Well,
you need something.
Let me play devil's advocate here, Willie. One could argue they are getting their shit together by not putting it out until it's actually good versus putting out a shitty game and patching it over a year and be like, now you guys should play this game.
Oh, you mean No Man's Sky?
Yeah, I don't dispute that. No Man's Sky, when I played it on PC at launch and didn't like it and returned it, I felt no problem with that. When I bought it on PlayStation 4 with the new DLC that was free on, I was like, this is a whole different game, and I really enjoy it right now.
Are you still playing it?
I love it.
Not so much right now. I've got some other games I picked up. Sailor Poland's reading our mind in the chat room. No Man's Sky, Battlefront 2. Battlefront 2 is actually a good game now. It wasn't.
I guess I need to play it again.
It's fun.
It's still on my PS4, but no, but Crackdown. Come on, they've had a long time. That's been development for a long time. Like, what's the problem here?
It wasn't
As
right.
like Chris said, though, I'd rather they finish development and put a finished game out than some fucking crap bullshit to meet a launch date and then patch it day 1, day 2, day 3, and half the people still can't play it.
Yeah,
That's
we
just
all know the
ridiculous.
Miyamoto quote. Was it a delayed game is late once, but a bad game is bad forever.
Yeah, I will
that's
still
out there.
never buy anything from the company that did Call of Duty Black Ops ever.
So
because of
Activision, you'll never buy another Activision game.
Or
No, it's
Activision
Treyarch.
or the developer.
Treyarch
Yeah.
was when they did the first Black Ops, and they decided not to play test it on anything but PC. I was one of the people that bought it day 1, and I could not play multiplayer maps on the PlayStation 4 until over a year after launch.
You mean PlayStation
Fuck
3?
that company.
You know
Or
your
PlayStation 3.
first mistake was buying a Call of Duty game at launch, right?
The only way to play a first-person shooter, I wanted to try and actually be learning while everyone else was learning the maps and stuff, instead of buying it 3 years later and being just instantly killed every time you logged in the game.
Yeah, the problem was, especially back then, if you buy a Call of Duty game on launch day, no one's gonna play multiplayer because that servers are gonna be so flooded that it's gonna be like, God, especially back then, that was horrendous.
I said, I tried buying one. I'll never buy something from that company again because fuck
Well, that's
them.
all right. Well, now you can't even play single player on them anymore because they took those out.
They decided to make the most recent one all battle royale because hey, it worked for PUBG and Fortnite, so let's do it. But actually, I've heard it's really good. The new Black Ops that's only multiplayer battle royale. Supposedly, it's really good.
That's what. Wait, is that the
Looks
one
good.
that just came out?
Yeah, the one that just
It's
came out
only
has
battle
no single
royale?
player. It's all multiplayer and battle royale.
Well, I know it's multiplayer, but is it just battle royale? No traditional multiplayer?
I need to go and look. I know they kept pushing the fact in one of the articles I had read said it was predominantly focused on battle royale. Now, whether that means all battle royale or not, I don't know. One last thing on Crackdown 3 before we get out of this. Microsoft did announce a new multiplayer mode for it called Wrecking Zone, which is a 5-on-5 deathmatch mode in an arena that you're supposed to destroy as you play. So remember, they build this as like fully destructible arenas and maps and things like that. So you could do a lot of destruction.
They had that what, like how many years ago with what was it? What was that? Red Factions Guerrilla?
Yes, so
Red Fraction?
here was the
Red
difference.
Faction?
They were saying that they would be able to do more because they're going to offload all of that stuff, all the processing and rendering for the environment to the cloud servers so that they're going to handle that and then push it down to you. So it's not going to put near as much the same load of graphics on your system as it would have in the past. I don't know. It sounds like it could be interesting. Crackdown 3 is a game that I had pre-ordered before the Amazon discount went away. One of like the 15 I did. I only have like 6 left that I canceled the rest of. But regardless, it sounds like it's going to be fun. I want to give it a chance. It's got Terry Crews featured as the main character, and I'm a big fan of Terry Crews, so I'm in.
Hell yes. He's awesome.
But that's all I had for my news. Anthony, what do you got for us?
I got more Star Wars news because I still like Star Wars. Fuck y'all. There's a casting rumor we got for the Star Wars The Mandalorian has reportedly cast Carl Weathers in an unknown role. So we got Apollo Creed himself is going to be showing up in Star Wars. Let's see. They don't have a character name yet or anything, just that Carl Weathers has been cast. Someone was talking on a podcast saying that apparently also Bryce Dallas Howard will be in the series as well as directing an episode. They talked to Ron Howard about it, and he said, "My daughter Bryce is thrilled. She's been announced to be directing one of the new episodes of the series headed by Jon Favreau. She's having a great experience, so I'm kind of living through it again. Living it again through her. It's a creative, inspired group of movie lovers who make those projects. So it's cool to see Bryce Dallas Howard probably being in it and being behind the scenes for at least one episode. So yeah, there's lots of weird stuff coming out for this series where we don't know much information other than where was the quote here? This is from comicbook.com. After the stories of Jango and Boba Fett, another warrior emerges in the Star Wars universe. The series synopsis reads, The Mandalorian is set after the fall of the Empire before the emergence of the First Order. We follow the travels of one lone gunfighter in the outer reaches of the galaxy far from the authority of the New Republic. So at this point, we still have no clue who's even going to be in that suit. It's just a Mandalorian. So it's kind of cool going at this point because we really know nothing other than the fact that it's just a bounty hunter. Like it's some badass in Mando armor out on the Outer Rim, and who knows what he's going to be doing, who he's fighting for, who he's fighting. And yeah, I like that it'll fill in some of the gap space in between the actual fall of the Empire and the rise of the First Order. Like that'll be a fun area for them to cover. I'm looking forward to this show. Should be fun.
It is sounding more and more interesting. It's part of the Disney, what they call it officially now, Disney Plus or something like that.
Well, yeah, on this article it says Disney, and then they actually just put a plus sign. I guess Bob Iger in his emails and the meetings with the I want to say the board, but that's not right. The shareholders, he had referred to it as the Disney Plus streaming service. Yeah, I don't know if it's going to be the word plus or just the symbol plus, but yeah, allegedly it's been referred to as Disney Plus because they haven't decided on an official name for it yet, but that's the name they're using.
All right, so I got interested in a movie last night. As soon as I got to the motel, I was kind of just like, all right, I guess I'm in this to win this. But it was on the Disney Channel. I was like, sure, I'll give this. I'll watch this. It was the Lorax. That's what it was. And they had commercials. I did not know there's a couple already animated Star Wars cartoons out there right now. The Lego Star Wars show. That's a thing?
Yes. At least I remember seeing something about it. I've seen movies on the shelf too, and I was like looking for stuff in Target also.
Well, apparently there's a show about it, and then there's another one. What's this one? Starting tomorrow night, I think it said, at 9.
I don't know.
It's called Star Wars something.
We are past that point in my life now where I watch everything Star Wars that comes out. I have been turned off on a lot of it and gone, meh. Like I said in the chat room, I'm not even that excited about Episode 9 right now. I'm more excited about this Mandalorian show than I am Episode 9.
Whatever, on all of it.
I love it all. I'll watch it all.
I've had the conversation before about what turned me off on it. It's not necessarily the content, but it's the people around it at times that have ruined it for me.
Chris, I'm going to need you to tell me in exact detail what turns you off.
You.
Oh, no.
You do.
There you go. Short, sweet answer.
That's why I got Mask.
Oh, God.
Oh.
You're just sneaking into your house fucking Saw style. It's coming at you with a pig mask. You hear that squeal, Chris? Run.
I don't make a noise.
You have to make the noise if you wear the pig mask. That's the rule.
I said I have a mask.
Oh, I know it's a pig mask.
Why is it a pig mask? Why do you think it's a pig mask?
Because you're creepy Jigsaw sneaking into his house.
Why am I creepy Jigsaw? Like, why are you just assuming this? Why can't it not be an original creation I come up with?
Because I watched 7 Saw movies this week. And I keep picturing
that's
that
your problem.
Pig sneaking up on people.
How many of them were good?
All of them.
I said how many of them were good, not how many you liked.
All of them.
I'm sorry. That third one, I remember watching that, and that was the worst piece of shit I've ever watched ever.
You need to rewatch them. Actually, over the last week, I've rewatched all the Saw movies in a row, and watching them without any time frame in between, you see how condensed that story is. The writers did a really good job of moving back and forth through time to basically make it to where almost every story in all those movies happened almost simultaneously. Like, it's insane, the writing in them.
I'm not going to watch any more of them ever again.
Well, that's your loss, because I fucking love them.
Yeah, you know what else is my loss?
Lots
I
of
can't
things.
read the promo read this week. Back to you, Chris.
Well, gee, Willie, thanks for setting me up to do the promo read. I appreciate it. I really do. And you're missing a good one this week. But before we get into the promo read, I like to remind folks that we are part of a network of shows that you can find over at GonnaGeek.com. There's 25 plus shows on the network to cover a variety of topics. We talk about specific television shows.
Hold on. Stop. Chris.
Yes.
That is a promo. You're literally reading a promo for the shows, and that is a promo read.
I'm not reading anything. This is off the top of my head.
Yeah, but it's a promo for the network itself. Like, you're just discounting me, Chris. Don't do that in front of these people. These people's all I got.
I don't even understand what you're saying right now. I'll be honest.
I don't even understand what I'm saying.
I'm really glad you derailed my attempt at starting the promo read by doing that, though. It makes me smile.
You already started the promo read. That's
right,
promo
Willie.
read.
Nobody understands the words that are coming out of your mouth. Now shut up and let Chris read the promo
Really,
read.
remember, when we do the promo read part, I do this introduction, and then I throw it to you to do the specific read.
All right, fine. I'll mute myself.
In this case, I get to do both since you're unable to read it right now. I can send it to you in chat if you really want, but I'm lazy, you see. So like I was saying,
Willie can't read.
Gonna Geek Network, 25 plus different shows. You can find us over at GonnaGeek.com. Click on the network button. We can't talk about every show, but what we can do is highlight one show and say, hey, you guys might want to go check this one out this week. And we tend to rotate through them, but this is one of my favorite ones to talk about, is the Game Life Balance Australia podcast, episode 71, The Adventures of Peppers the Wonder Horse. Red Dead Redemption 2 is out, and it's all that Rob can think about. But before the boys take a deep dive into discussing that hot new release, they need to discuss the Vectrex, our featured console for this episode. So slap on your colored overlay, let the gentle buzz of the speakers wash over you, and don't worry about the difference between vectors and pixels, because it's too hard to explain, and your lovable hosts are too dumb to grasp it anyway. So you can go check out episode 71 of Game Life Balance Australia over at GonnaGeek.com. Willie, did I do okay there? Doing 2 promo reads, I guess.
It's not like it's 2 different promo reads. Just one's for the network, and then you specialize. It's not 2 different ones. It's all
It would
like...
have been funnier if you ended it with, and back to you, Chris.
I'm not done
Yeah, it
yet.
would have
Who
been.
says I'm not going to finish that way? I might be
Well,
expecting Willie to say it right now since
talking.
Look, I tossed it to Willie. I might be expecting him to toss it back to me that way. Hint, hint.
No, I'm not going to do that.
Willie,
I'm not
not
going
gonna
to.
do
No.
Willie, do it! Do it!
I
Do it!
beat to the drummer of my own boy.
Willie's beating up drummers in the parking lots again.
You beat to the rhythm of a different drummer is what you're saying?
No,
Different
I
drummer
said
boy.
it the way I said it, and I meant it.
While Willie's beating up drummer boys, back to you, Chris.
Gee, thanks, Anthony. So,
Yeah, I'm not going to give you that satisfaction, you son of a bitch.
thank you for that one. So we have reached near the end of the show. What we like to do at the end of the show is a little segment called What I'm Into. It's our chance to share with you guys who are watching live or listening at a later date just what kind of geeky and or nerdy things we've been getting into, so that maybe, just maybe, you'll want to go and check them out yourselves. So, Willie, why don't we kick things off with you? We know you're on the road, but you've brought some entertainment with you to keep yourself going. What have you been getting into other than driving the truck, Willie?
Well, not to discount you, Chris. At least not this time. I'm not going to start off with that little segue. You know what I've been getting into? Naki's house.
Okay.
For a little bit of bacon pancakes. Thank you so much, Naki. Last week I was over there, and I was eating some bacon pancakes, and even Draftsman showed up, and he brought some bourbon syrup, and holy shit, that bourbon syrup. You could taste the bourbon in it. And it was also sweet on the pancakes.
Nice.
That was a good time. God, those bacon pancakes. God. Naki, when can I come back again for bacon pancakes? But yeah, as Chris has said, I've been playing the Switch more so, and actually have a game now that is more of a beefier game of Breath of the Wild. I will say this, it is my opinion. Don't hate me on it. I will say because I've been playing it for a good while. As of right now, I'm going to say Horizon Zero Dawn is a better game in that styling. It's just better. So, Chris, you have a PS4 now.
I do. That's correct.
Go get Horizon Zero Dawn, and I want to hear what you think is a better one.
So, Willie, it's on my list. I'll tell you that, but it's
I'm
back
not
far
rushing
enough
you.
in the queue right now that I haven't even purchased it, because I did actually buy another PS4 game this week, but we'll get into that later.
Ooh. But but Horizon, I would say Zelda and Horizon Zero Dawn, they're in the same genre. I would say. I'm still saying Horizon Zero Dawn is a better game. I mean, you get to fight gigantic robo dinos. Who doesn't want to do that?
I think a lot of people do.
Well, I mean, I said who doesn't want to do that? You said, whatever.
Just go with it.
I am. I will say with Breath of the Wild, the weapon breaking mechanic is not as bad as I thought it was going to be, but not by much. The worst problem in this fucking game that is very fucking annoying is the weather. I
get
can't
used to
climb
it.
shit when it's raining. No. You can't get used to that. I want to climb shit. Like I'm trying to get somewhere. I need to climb something. Oh, no. It's raining. You can't do that.
Well, and you can't use certain weapons in a thunderstorm either, which I think is really cool.
Oh, I do like that part. But I mean, thunderstorms happen so, lightly. They're rare, I would
What
say.
weapon can you not use in a thunderstorm?
Any metallic weapon.
Oh, like
attracts
it's
lightning.
electrocuted?
Yeah. You'll
were-
see like. Oh, go ahead, Chris.
I was going to say, you'll see sparks and stuff form on the weapons, and then a lightning strike will come and hit you. It's really cool if you get the chance in the game, for those that haven't played it. When you're in a lightning storm, have like a metal sword or something, and as the sword starts sparking, throw it at an
Yep.
enemy. And then
That's
the
exactly what I
lightning
was
will
gonna
strike
say.
them. It's really cool.
There you go.
Yeah, you literally it can't be, even if it's on your back, it will start sparking. Like you actually have to deselect any weapon, shield, bow. You have to deselect them if they're made of metal.
Wow.
Really a pain in the ass if you're in a part of the map where you need your good weapons, and now you're back to wooden ones. You're like, oh shit, and you just start running. Now, side note, Willie, have you got the Master Sword yet?
No, I haven't even I've hit a lot of the shrines. How many hearts do you need?
13, I
23?
think.
13, that's it?
I can't remember.
If 13, I might be close to it then. I thought
will
it was more than
consult
that.
the Google machine while you're talking.
Yeah, so every was it the shrine, what do you get? The soul orb, what are they called? What did you have to turn in? Like I haven't even turned in any of them to increase my stamina at all. It's all been hearts. Because I want that master sword. And I'm gonna get it, goddammit.
It's 13 hearts according to the Google machine.
I would have to check to see how many hearts I have, because I'm gonna get myself the master sword. I already found it. I found the location. I can get back to it easily because there's a shrine there, and you could just fucking teleport to a shrine. I have to go through that fucking lost woods again. Bullshit. Yeah, you heard me. Those lost woods are bullshit. Why even have a map for the area when it doesn't even matter?
You haven't figured it out yet, is what you're saying.
Oh, no, I just said I got through it. I found the Master Sword. I even got to the shrine that's in there, too, that you have to... to get to that shrine that's in there, too, is bullshit, too. You have to run like an obstacle course. And it pretty much tells you, just run from the enemies, don't hit them. Because if any of these weapons we give you or, get destroyed, you have to start all over. So you can't block anything, you can't hit anything, because they're just going to get destroyed. Then they have fucking assholes shooting fire arrows at you, so if you try and block that, oh, there goes your shield. It's burnt up. Fuck you.
I've never liked games where your weapons can be destroyed.
It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I'm going to say that. Still wish it wasn't there. But, I mean, weapons are so plentiful that it doesn't really matter.
That's fair.
And, yeah, let's see. That's pretty much what I'll be getting into, I believe. Lorax was a good movie. Still a good movie. Still looks good. Oh, and I also watched Me, Myself, and Irene on the TV last night, too, while eating some Hungry Howies. I forget how good that movie was.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah, the ex-wife would not want to rewatch it at all. She hated it for some reason. And I was watching last night. This is good. And I'm still hating the fact that they never went through with making a sequel-ish movie with the three kids, his three sons. There were plans to do that, and they just never did it. I thought that would have been great. Anthony Anderson. I don't remember the other two people's names. I just remember Anthony Anderson because I love Anthony Anderson. He's an awesome guy.
Well,
This
cool.
is where someone else talks.
Well, you didn't really segue. You just kind of stopped.
Sometimes I just don't give segues, Chris. Sometimes you just gotta take it how I give it.
Fine, I'll take things next. Guys, I don't know what's going on right now.
I'm curious what you got.
What I got is some new games is what I got. So what I started playing this week actually was a God of War. I purchased it a few weeks back. I finally got the cycles after finishing Spider-Man to go and start playing God of War.
Wait. Which God of War?
The most recent Four.
Thor.
Because there's two of them called God of War.
Okay, so the most recent one, which is technically God of War 4, but it's just God of War based off the titling.
Yeah.
Where you are shadowed all the time by your boy.
Boy.
And side note, I didn't realize that Christopher Judge was the voice of Kratos, who is Teal from Stargate SG-1.
Whoa. What'd you say?
I said Kratos, I think.
He said Kratos.
Yeah, you did. It's Kratos.
Sorry, it's Kratos in a different RPG I used to play, so I will probably screw up. Sorry, it's just the way it is. I played Tales of Symphonia first. I did not play God of War first. So
that's on you, and I'm still going to make fun of you for
Tales
it a
of
little
Symphonia
bit.
is an awesome fucking game. You shut your whore mouth if you believe otherwise.
I did not say it wasn't. I'm just saying it's Kratos.
Shut up. So what I did buy is I have a pro membership at GameStop. It is their pro weekend now where there's discounts on games. It's one I'd had my eye on for a little bit. It was Detroit Become Human, was down to $20, so I picked it up and said I wanted to give this one a try. I installed it, but I have not yet played it yet. I will get to it at some point in time. I don't know when. I want to play God of War. There's Spider-Man DLC coming. Oh yeah, and Fallout 76 comes out this week, so I'm not sure when I'll actually get to this game, but I want to play it a lot. Guys, Fallout 76 is this week. I just realized that.
I did not realize that.
Is that the actual launch is this week?
I believe the actual launch. It might be next week. I can't remember. But Fallout 76 is almost here. I got to play the beta some more last week until the beta closed out. It's a fun game. I think it's a game you enjoy more by playing with friends than by yourself in there, though. I think the map and the world comes alive a lot more when you have some friends hanging out with you. Other stuff I got into... God, what did I get into? Podcasting, getting caught up on some of my TV, and watching college football yesterday. Yes, Willie.
I just remember, so I'll go after. I'll get back to it after.
This is your segue. I've got nothing else, so I'm not even going to try and elaborately do it because I'm
I
not sure.
I also don't want to jump in front of Bachman either. So I'll jump in after Bachman.
I guess, Anthony, it's your turn to tell us what you've been getting into then.
I still want to be rude.
All right.
And interrupt people.
I've been getting into having a massive migraine on Wednesday because I got new glasses, and my far distance changed a little bit. So the first day, everything far away was doing this shit, to where nothing would even out, and it gave me a massive fucking headache all day. But now I'm getting used to it. I kind of like the thick frames. I've always had wire frames since I was a kid, and yeah, I got some actual like thick black frames, and I'm liking them. It's getting a little weird on the headsets. My nice Audio Technicas for podcasting are good, but the headset I got for my PlayStation controller isn't great. It presses a little on the ears with the bigger bows. I'm getting used to them. I like them. I finished reading a book this week that I've been working on for a while, which is awesome. I finished Robert Englund's Hollywood Monster, all about his starting off, as a surfer boy in California, going through college and acting school, all the Freddy films and everything else afterwards. Fantastic book. It's got an intro by Wes Craven, another one by Toby Hooper. And it's really fun to see kind of his insights on how he felt while he was going through things in the 70s and 80s and became an icon, and then how that really affected him when he became a really like a worldwide icon and realized that he had helped create a character that basically will never go away. Really, really fun read. And yeah, I picked this up like used on Amazon for like $10. Like, it was a really good one. I would recommend it if you like biographies. And then I had a Kickstarter show up that it's another one that was over like 2 years in the works. A lot of people, talking a little trash, waiting for it to get done just because it didn't get delivered on the date when it was meant to be delivered. But it's by the creator I think he wrote and drew it. Trying to remember. Let's see. Yeah, created, written, and illustrated by Anthony Piper. So, like, dude did a whole lot of work. But the Trill League showed up, which it was all based on, like, he did a joke drawing of an African-American kid as Robin, and then kind of grew it out from there and ended up designing his entire league, all black characters, and it's fantastic artwork. Looks like a really cool story, so I've been looking forward to this one for a while. It showed up this week, so that'll be a fun read probably later today or tomorrow. And then I was playing a bunch of PlayStation Network. I got my comps done for Overwatch last night with my buddy Maya. What was it? 5 wins, 4 losses, and a draw. Ended up in the high 1400s like always, because now whatever their algorithm says, it doesn't seem like it ever fucking moves. So I'm just always high bronze, low silver. And yeah, and once again, like as soon as we started last night, went into a match, 60 seconds into it, some asshole disconnected, and then he reconnected on the last 30 seconds of the match. So it wouldn't boot us out because he was still there for part of it, but basically we were 5v6 the whole game. I don't understand why people play comp if you don't have a steady connection or you don't actually want to play or give a shit. Just go play quick play. Get the fuck out of competition if you don't give a damn. It's ridiculous. But I had some fun playing a bunch of Dead by Daylight. Some of the achievements on that game are a pain in the butt. To get the Adept, you have to get a character to level 10 to unlock your 3 perk slots. And then you have to load just the perks that are specific to that character and play with just those. And then either as a killer, get a Merciless Victory, which I think is a minimum of 3 kills, or as a survivor, you have to escape. And yesterday, I'd been meaning to do it with the Clown because I bought they had a holiday sale for Halloween, and I bought just all the downloads and DLC for Dead by Daylight. So now I have all the killers, all the survivors. So I've been going through and learning each one. Excuse me. And I had seen Willie talk about playing the Clown. I'd played him a couple times, but hadn't gone up to do as Adept. So I was like, screw it. I'll get some Adepts done, and played the Clown. And like, I want to say it took 4 matches, maybe 5. Like the first 2, I just got murdered. Like had 4 survivors escape and then 3 escape. Like just not good matches. But then I got my Adept Clown, and then I got my Adept Wraith and my Adept Hillbilly all within like 4 hours. I did 3 Adept unlocks, which was just insane. And yeah, now I have the Nurses next, and I really don't want to do that one because she's such a pain in the ass to play. So I'm betting if I play later today, there's going to be some people escaping from the Nurse because the Nurse is a pain in the ass. And doing the Adept, you can only use their specific perks to get the unlock. But I'm going through those achievements just because I seem to enjoy doing that for some unknown reason. But yeah, that game's been a blast. I've been upping my Claudette whenever I play on Survivor mode. Finally decided one character I'm going to try to get up to level 50. And so I got my Claudette, I think, above level 28 now, which is the first character I've taken above 25. But yeah, Dead by Daylight's still like my favorite game. I'm loving the hell out of the game. I have so much fun playing it. I'm still trying to convince my buddy Maya to play it more. He hasn't played it enough yet to where like skill checks become natural. So he's just wherever he's at on the map, he's making noise and getting caught really quick, which makes it less fun when you first start playing because if you're making noise, you get caught and you die. So
I remember how angry you got.
Oh yeah, it's fucking annoying when you first start because man, like you can't get away from the killer because everything you do when you're first playing that game, you're making noise and you don't realize that you're bringing them to you. And also having not played the killer when I first played, because also I told Maya, I was like, you need to pick one killer, just play a bunch of rounds and see how it is from their point of view. Because like the difference on Dead by Daylight, survivors play third person and the killers play first person. And that makes a huge difference, especially certain characters like the Wraith and the Doctor, where it gives them partial tunnel vision and it actually messes with your field of view as the killer. Like it's very different on what you can and can't see from the survivor side and killer side of that game. But yeah, I've been having a bunch of fun with it. Their holiday event was fun. I was a little sad it wasn't longer. I only got enough vials to unlock one weapon. But then I had bought all the DLC and I realized I had like my 10,000 shards from going up in levels. And so yesterday I bought, I think, 3 killer outfits. So I actually bought some items in the store, which I thought were excessively overpriced. But at this point, since I have all the characters, I don't need to unlock them with shards. So figure I got to spend them on something. So I was playing that. Got comics to read. I need to do the update for the Comic League for the end of October, which we got that done. We got our drafts done for November. I have an all Spider-Geddon team, though sadly it looks like in the first week of November the Spider-Geddon team is not doing too well, so we're waiting to see points hopefully today or tomorrow. And then I was waiting for the bonus to kick in on the Fantasy Movie League because I realized I was the only person in our movie league that picked Overlord. And I picked 5 motherfucking screens of Overlord. And so when that $10 million bonus just kicked in this morning, I jumped from 3rd place to 1st. And so, yeah, I've got 3 screens of the new Spider, the Girl in the Spider's Web, which did 8 million, which wasn't bad. But Overlord with the bonus is now at 10 million per screen. So yeah, $50 million worth of Overlord jumped me from third to first. So I might get my second weekly win finally for the season. But yeah, we're hanging around there in the third and second rank for the season. But yeah, it's been fun.
But who's been at first like most of the season? Who's been like in the top there?
That would be Gotham City Cineplex with 4 wins.
No. I mean, like, who's been like who's still on top overall? Who's been in the top and overall for the longest time that no one's been able to touch?
He's in second place this week. God damn it!
Yeah, for the week. I'm talking overall. I'm still first place.
You're only 40 million ahead of me.
Oh, only.
Yeah, it's not. Well, when all of us are in the 600 millions, we only have 5 people still playing, and everybody is ranked from 694 down to 631. Like, we're all within the same 100 million range. Like, it's not a big gap.
Oh, it's big enough. Like, how many weeks are left in this season? Not that many, I think.
At least 3. You're catchable, motherfucker. You ain't safe yet.
We'll see about that.
I'll get some more Overlord on your ass.
Number 1. Number 1.
Yeah, that's what I've been getting into. And then Willie had another story.
I forgot about this. I'm gonna. That's another one I'm getting into. I'm gonna be, I guess, throwing a little advertisement to another podcast, just because I love this idea they did. I've mentioned it before. The film reroll, where they pretty much play D&D with movies, right? Before I left out, I saw they had one up, and I downloaded it. And I did not know they were doing it like this. The DM was telling everybody, we're doing an 80s, like sex comedy. We're gonna have like a romantic mechanic in the game too, and pretty much everyone's gonna be going through seeing how things work out with all that the love mechanic.
Mm.
So it's a couple of people, a group of 19, 20-year-old teenagers going up to a lake cabin or a lake house for like a little weekend trip. What he didn't tell him was, this isn't he told him it was like Summer Spell. Said the movie was titled. It had like Crispin Glover in it, Corey Feldman in it as like a little kid somewhere. What he didn't tell him was, that ain't the movie.
Or
it's Friday the 13th, the final chapter 4.
Yeah. As soon as you said Crispin Glover and Corey Feldman, I was like, I know what movie they were in together.
Yeah, so he didn't tell any of them that this was the movie that they were in. They thought they were like a summer sex comedy, and they're playing D&D thinking it's that. Until all of a sudden,
with the twins.
Until all of a sudden, they show up too. Until Jason just shows up. They're like, wait, what? And we're like, wait, what? Jason appeared behind you.
They thought they were in a rom-com, and all of a sudden it's Jason Voorhees. That's awesome.
Oh yeah, pretty much. Yeah, so I would recommend that highly. The film reroll, and they have part 1 and part 2. It's the complete thing of Friday the 13th. Part 4, the final chapter.
Nice.
Highly recommend that. And their other stuff too is really good. They have a bunch of really good. They do a lot of good stuff. Very slow on the release, but it's good quality. So, Chris, how are you going to end this off?
I was waiting for you to segue somehow.
That was my segue.
I'm sorry?
That was my segue. How are you going to end this, Chris?
Here, Clunky. Have this clunk.
How's that? You see that dead horse? I'm now shooting him.
Watch me while I kick it.
Hey, babe, watch this. Kick. 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 No, it's not a metaphor for my sex life. I'm just talking about my dick.
I hate you all.
You know what I don't hate? This Hungry Howie's I'm about to be munching on. I got to figure out a way how to put it in the microwave without really... There's no paper towels or anything in here. I didn't think about that.
Oh, that's what I forgot. I'm about to have my 2 breakfast burritos while I watch the last episode of House of Cards. I've been getting into that. I watched the first 9. Well, I know there's got to be an ending, but yeah, what they did with this show for not showing you any Kevin Spacey and the arc that the character's gone over the season so far, it's been really fucking fun. That show is batshit crazy, and man, I'll watch Robin Wright do anything. She's so fucking good. Like, god damn, she's talented.
Bachman, you and Naki have kind of disappointed me a little bit. I started watching the House on the Hill House. What's that?
The
Netflix
Haunting
show?
of Hill House.
The Haunting of Hill House. You guys were saying like, man, it's like so creepy. I can't. It's hard to watch multiple episodes in a row. Sure enough, I only watched 3 episodes, but I'm like, I don't see the big deal here. What's the big? This thing ain't all that bad.
You haven't gotten to the really creepy ones yet. 6 actually made me jump, and so did 8.
You know, fair enough. I guess I'll keep on with it. It's just like weird. Like, this is it.
She's the
All
one
right.
she said she couldn't watch multiple episodes in one night. I just said it's really fucking creepy.
And Sabrina, fucking awesome show.
I've heard it is really good.
It is really good.
Sabrina was good.
There's full on fucking goat devil.
There's also full on murder, like just blatant on screen knife to throat murder. Like it's not subtle at all.
I'm still more about the goat devil man. That's what got me.
The fact that the actual Dark Lord, is just walking around in Greendale it's a fun show.
Well, guys, it is time for us to start wrapping things up, though. Those are some good Netflix recommendations, so if you guys want to go watch them, take it from Anthony and Willie. Good shows to be watching. But we are wrapping things up, like I said, so don't forget we stream this show live every Sunday, 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central, over on Geeks.live. That is the official streaming home of the Gonna Geek Network. You can also catch it on my Twitch channel. What was I going to say? I completely lost my train of thought. Oh, there's a bunch of live content over on the Gonna Geek Network. If you want to watch more live geeky content, go to geeks.live, scroll down to the bottom of the page, and there's a calendar of events on there. I believe today we have 2 more live shows in the Gonna Geek Network with Legends of S.H.I.E.L.D. Should be about a half hour from now as we record this, and then PopX Cast this evening.
And then what else is today, Chris?
It's the only 2 podcasts I know of this today.
No, what is today?
Sunday is Veterans Day.
Mention the holiday.
I forget about holidays. But yes, it is Veterans Day, so thank you to everyone who did serve.
You're welcome, you fuckers.
You know, fuck you. Thank all the veterans except for you motherfucker.
Hey. I'm a disabled veteran, you cocksucker.
Yeah, mentally.
No. That was never proven.
Okay, so now that I've been called out, thank you everyone for joining us this week, and we will see you.
I got your back, Chris. Don't listen to that asshole. Don't let him make you feel bad.
I didn't do anything. Screw you all.
No, I'm saying no. Don't listen. Don't make him make you feel bad, Chris. He's the asshole.
We're just gonna get out of here before my feelings get hurt anymore.
Wait, hold on a second.
Bye, guys.
Is that dried
Thanks
semen
for
on
listening
there?
to this brand new episode of the All Things Good and Nerdy podcast. Don't forget, we'll be back next Sunday live at 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central, over at live.atgnpodcast.com, channel 3 of the Alpha Geek Radio app, and over at our network home at gonnageek.com/live. If you have any feedback for the show, please contact us atgnpodcast@gonnageek.com, on our hotline number at 304-806-ATGN, or even better, go to Twitter and send us a message at ATGN Podcast. The music you've heard in this show is produced by Kevin MacLeod and can be found at incompetech.com.